Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Lanky Woodsman. I'm out here still at camp testing out blades. I was doing a budget section and now I have a blade that has nothing to do with being budget. It's the JX4 Bushbat. I have one. I haven't carried it. I haven't used it until this weekend. It's not the weekend. It feels like a weekend to me. Until this week. I'm getting ready to send my JX6 out for kydexing. I want to get an EDC rig for that, and as I do that I'm like, well, what am I going to carry? I can continue carrying my ZT, but I like to switch it up, and so I'm like, well, let's give the Bushbat a chance. I did food prep for my kids. It sliced amazing. I did some more. It was great. So I wanted to get it out here in the woods and check out some of that stuff. So let me set up these tests and I'll get back to you. Let's take a quick look at this little beauty. This is the sheath that comes with this one and the JX6. We have your ring here, and then there's the blade. I got this one all, in my black C-Tech that I like. And you have Prepared Mind 101's logo and S-Wink, because I believe he designed the handle. And then on this side you have the Bark River CPM 154. This has a very similar sweep to the JX6 and a similar spot for the thumb, which I love. And it's not going to be the same for everybody, but my pinky fits into there perfectly. Now, I mentioned that I did food prep with this and it was great. So now let's just do a little bit of camp bushcrafty type stuff. I'm not a bushcraft guy, but whatever. I can pretend for a minute to test this blade. It's going to be the same situation. I'm not going to, baton anything larger than some kindling. It will do it. It's CPM 154. It's got a great heat treat. It's made really well. It's got the convex edge like all of their blades. And just like the, just get my bearing down here. Just like the JX6, you have a ton of control with this thing, being that you can get your hand and thumb so close to the top of the blade. I think I had the same thing, and I'm sure it's me because it's making them thin, and that's the purpose, but they're not really curling well. They're curling forward, and I'm sure that's something that I'm doing. So let's talk about this thing. EDC is what I have in mind for this bad boy, just like my JX6, but this adds, any knife can be purposed as, self-defense, but I like the little karambit style handle. Obviously the karambit comes in the other way, but you have a little bit of almost like a brass knuckle there, so that serves a purpose. Very sharp. This thing will slice like crazy. I don't even really know how much of a review I need to do, other than, it does the same exact things that the JX6 does. Here's a great zero effort notch. That took no effort. Feather sticks totally fine. Very thin, very easy, very comfortable. Ferro rod. You get a spot that's not like a cheese grater. No problem. If you were needing to take firewood down like one more step, helps if you hit the knife and not the piece of wood. I chose a piece of wood that's going to give me hell, but I guess that's what testing is all about. Process this down into kindling with ease. I mean, no problem. You can strike the ferro rod. I normally try to do something with cutting cordage. I mean, give me a break, this thing's going to cut cordage. These videos are going to start to get a little bit repetitive. These are the same quality that you can just expect from Spark River. And the design is just good. I love these designs with the sweeps on them. Very comfortable, very light. You know, I'm not going to do all that, you know, bull crap that I saw Chris doing. Fuck that, I'll cut myself open. But yeah, this thing is real nice. So, while my JX6 is out, I'm going to be carrying this, and what I want to do is get back into everyday life, and I'm going to do some food prep. I'm going to do some cardboard cutting, and I'm going to add that into this video, and it's going to be my first all-around test for an EDC blade. I haven't ever done one of those yet where I've done, oh, can this EDC blade come out and hack it in the woods? Well, yep, it did. But I want to go ahead and make one video on one EDC knife where it does everything. You know, I'm at work, and you know, I have to leave and cut some cardboard, and then I have to go and I got to prep some food. It'll do that, and then something happens, and you know, I end up out in the woods, and this is very, very, very unlikely. But say something happened and this was the only knife I had, which is also unlikely. It's going to come out here, and I'm going to be able to start a fire. I'm going to be able to process food. This, I believe, wouldn't be the only difference. I believe on this one is that it's still going to do it, but I like to be able to reach like in here, you know, for processing game, which I know I haven't gotten on video yet, but bear with me. I started my YouTube channel after hunting season. And with the JX6, I can do that from the handle. You know, it's actually perfect. This one's got a little bit of a different, you know, with the S-curve and everything like that. Or not the S-curve, but just the curvature. It just fits in the hand a little bit different. So I think the JX6 for me is still going to be my favorite all-arounder, but this definitely has a market. I like it. At first it was a little bit weird to me. It was a little weird looking, but after getting it in the hand more than just holding it and using it, it was awesome to do food prep with, and it was awesome to do this kindling, and it works. It's comfortable, it doesn't fight, it was easy to do feather sticks. I want to just go and grab one more thing here. I got some fatwood from Brian at Cape Fear Outdoors and Survival, and I wanted to test it out, and I totally forgot about that. So let me go grab that, and I'll add that into this video too. Okay guys, this is my first real experience with fatwood. I haven't ever had any. Let me give you an up close for that. The smell on this, I cut it, it was actually a piece that was like twice this long. The smell out of there is amazing. So let's see if we can't get a little bit of this going. Look at that. Just going to get a little pile of this here and see how easily it lights. Look at, you scrape off a little bit of the layer and just look at that. It smells amazing. I don't want to waste a whole bunch of it, so I'm just going to see what I can do with this here. You can tell the difference between this and your regular, I mean, it's like sticking to me. So this I ordered from the Fatwood Emporium, and it was stumpwood, North Carolina sweetwood or something like that. I will drop a link, since I'm doing it in this video, into the description, and definitely go over and check out his channel, Cape Fear Outdoors and Survival. Brian's a good dude. And also head over to the store and see if you can't pick up some of this stuff. It's great. Let's see. Okay, this hurts a little bit when doing a fire steel, not gonna lie. Having your finger in the ring. Hurts just a little. I didn't cut these there we go, look at that. Man, that lights right up. Yeah, so that was good. I didn't do it thin enough. You're definitely going to want to do it thinner than that. But yeah, it worked out. So, definitely worth it. A pound for $5.50, guys. And it's really good stuff. You can smell it. You can smell that in there. I mean, that stuff's going to burn like crazy. And look how long it's burning. You know, I just threw a couple of the little pieces in there, and it's great. So, in usage, the ring hurt a little bit because you're trying to twist upwards, and the ring hurt a little bit. It's a little bit sharp actually in there, so I might take a file to that and just round that off, and I think that's going to cure that finishing problem. Up a video series on the Bark River EDC blades that I carry, and this is the JX4 Bushbat. Wanted to complete the series on this particular knife. I haven't done one of these quite like this yet, where I prove that the knife can handle itself in the woods with bushcraft type tasks and things like that. But also in the same exact video, I want to go through and do some of the EDC type stuff that you might be running into throughout your day-to-day. So let me get you guys the specifications on this particular blade, and then I'll do some of these tests and wrap this whole thing up. The blade itself is 7.7 inches, and I believe the cutting edge is, let me just double check so I don't give you wrong information. The cutting edge is 3.7 inches, and the blade thickness is 0.11. And this particular model is in CPM 154 and the black C-Tech, which I love. Great little knife. You guys have seen my review on the JX6. I love that one. This is not going to be able to come close to that, but it also has its place, you know, in my EDC lineup. You guys saw the portions of the video where I took this outside and beat on it. So, I mean, still crazy razor sharp. I brought, I just wanted to check the weight on it, because these are all hand finished, so they can all be just a bit different, but it's supposed to be 3.6 ounces. 3.5, really close. So it's very light. Feels really good. We got cardboard that you might do. Oh man, I mean, just like the JX6. I really, really love the ability of the CPM 154. It's just a whole new ball game. So, smoked through that, no problem. After doing that, let's see. I don't have anything real good for this video as far as food goes, but I brought a couple of cherry tomatoes. I thought these might be something good to test out the edge after, you know, all of that work in the woods and on that cardboard. So let me get a better camera angle for this. See if we can't slice nice and thin. So that's pretty thin. So if you want to see how thin that really is, I mean, that is thin. So after batoning, kindling, and feather sticks, and all of the little cutting things I did with the paracord and the cardboard and the smaller sticks, and I actually used it after that. I used it a little bit after the video. I mean, I don't have kitchen knives that are going to do this. I don't use kitchen knives all that often, but anyway, you can obviously see that this baby is super sharp. A great slicer. Same thing with the JX6. I mean, I just took the skin off of that. I mean, this thing is just stupid sharp. And that's after going through a bunch of cardboard. I know with my A2 version of the JX6 it kind of dulled out a little bit with the cardboard. Now, I know certain cardboard can do that, but it's just amazingly sharp. Put some curve in there. Trying to get the smallest I can get. I mean, it's just sharp. So, great little blade. I'm hoping that this video demonstrates to you guys that this is an EDC blade that can do just about everything aside from your you know, major batoning and stuff like that. Plus it's a new fidget spinner. You guys can fidget with it. Feels great in the hand. It did get a little bit uncomfortable when I was striking the ferro rod because of the pinky being through the ring, but that's not something that you do for like a long amount of time. So an option for EDC, great option. Pick one up. I'm going to put the link down to Knife Ship Free and DLT Trading. And yeah, this knife definitely has my seal of approval, and it's going to wrap up my Bark River EDC segment for now, and we'll see what I can get going on in the future. I do have some budget stuff coming up, and I wanted to not always just focus on things that I really like. I do love Bark River blades, but it's not feasible for me to continue to just, you know, get these in here. I want to give honest opinions about all knives that I can get my hands on and all gear. And I also have some different videos coming up along the lines of, I was happy to get that four-wheeler video out, and I want to get some more things along the lines of like fire starting. I know I got that flint and steel kit. I want to work with that. I have a bunch of flashlights that I have that I really like, so I want to get some of those in here. They're not exactly mainstream, but they're ones that I found that really work well, I believe, for their price range, so I want to share them with you, and just continue to morph the channel into something a little more broad than just knife reviews. I know that there's been a lot of those, and that's because I love knives. I can't deny that. But I appreciate all my subscribers. We're growing every day, and it's really exciting for me. I have something in the works with Garrett Outdoors. We're planning on doing a collaboration video that's going to be kind of more like a short film almost. So that, I'm like really excited about that. I think that'll be something cool for you guys. And yeah, so thanks for stopping by and checking out this video. Again, if you don't have one and you're looking for an EDC blade and you don't like the JX6, I would definitely recommend the JX4, designed by Chris Tanner, produced by Bark River Knives. Like the video, share the video if you can, subscribe if you're not, make sure you click the little bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.